Hello students, welcome to the online session. In the previous lecture, we have undergone the topic of signal. How we are going to use the signal for identifying the points, identifying the stations for triangulation system. Today, we will go for one more topic which is called as the reduction to the center. Now, second year, we have identified that these are the triangles to be used for the triangulation system. As by using the sine rule, we can able to find out if we are knowing one side and a triangle, we can able to find out the other sides. Now, in this triangulation system, what we have decided that if suppose there is a distance between point A and B, let us suppose that distance is almost more than 50 to 70 kilometer. As we are doing this geodetic surveying, the area is larger than 250 square kilometers. So suppose point A and point B is separated by say 50 to 70 kilometers. Now what we have decided that A and B should be intervisible to each other. A and B should be intervisible to each other. Suppose in the vicinity of point A, we are having some tallest buildings, some church spires, suppose some temples. So if it is readily available in that particular nearby area, we will take that point as if our station. Okay. So as it is available, readily available, and we don't need to construct a tower, which may again decrease our cost of working for the triangulation system. Now if that station or that point, the highest point in that particular area, if it is not exactly A, it might be, suppose it might be very near to point A. Suppose here we have identified that this is the point, let us say that point is A dash, which is having highest point, and I would like to refer this point as if my triangulation station. This new point A dash as if my triangulation station. So now onwards, I would like to refer A dash from A with reference to this distance as well as some angles. Students, did you understood? So by using this A dash, I will draw a different triangle. Let us say this is A dash, and say this is somewhere I'll have this A dash, say A, say this is C, say this is B. So the dotted line is the actual line, but we have changed that line like this. So this is the new triangle. This is the new triangle. A dash, A dash, B and C. Now we actually wanted point A, but we have created another station which is called as a satellite station. So A dash will be called as satellite station, whereas this point A is called as your true station. Point A is called as your true station. Now, if we are going to measure this angle, say this angle by the calculation, either one of the angle to be calculated by using the field measurements, remaining two angles to be measured by using your calculations. Now, as we are not considering point A, which is our true station, but now we are considering point A dash as if our angle, as if our satellite station. So whatever calculations, whatever angles that we are going to measure will be from the new satellite station. Now, once we took all the observations on the field, while doing the calculation, we have to refer the satellite station, and whatever the calculations that to be reduced to the true station, So this is called as your reduction to the center. Means we on the field we will take the satellite station for the calculation purpose or measurement purpose, but when we go for the actual calculation, lab calculation, whatever the calculation we have done for A dash, that is to be reduced. Like we have taken the observations from point A. If we have taken the observations from point A, what will be the angle? That we have to do the calculation. This whole process of calculation of measurement, angles, distances, which were to be calculated from point A, but due to the new station, which is satellite station, we have taken up. From that satellite station, what will be the actual angle if we would have taken that angle from point A? This procedure of conversion or making calculations from A dash to A, this calculation is called as your reduction to the center. Did you understood? We have taken this satellite station as if a ready-made station over here. This might be a temple, this might be a church, this might be any highest point in that particular area, and we have just reduced the construction cost. Do not construct any tower over here. Just take the A dash as if our new station, which is called as your satellite station. Take all measurements from A dash. And you will see a new triangle like this. Complete all the calculation, complete all the measurements by using the A dash. But again do the calculation if A would have your station by using geometry, by using trigonometry. Again calculate whatever the angle that we have calculated from A dash, what it would have been if it is your station A. We have to refer the satellite station and true station with an angle as well as the distance, so that in future, if satellite station is like a temple will be there for a number of years, but we have to refer the true station with reference to some distance, with reference to some angles. Okay, so this is the whole procedure, which is called as your reduction to the center. Okay, so next topic is nothing but how to measure the baseline. Baseline measurements. Now second year, again I draw a triangle, because triangle is the main thing in this geodetic surveying. So say this is point A, say this is point B, say this is point C. In this triangle we are going to measure, suppose this is the one side which is called as our baseline. And suppose this is the angle that we are going to measure. By using sine rule, we can calculate AB and BC, but A and C, as if your baseline, we are going to measure baseline with utmost care, advanced methods, as well as advanced instruments. Okay, so this session or this topic will tell you how we would like to measure baseline measurements, because based on this baseline measurements, the remaining calculations will be depending on this baseline calculations. So utmost care it should be taken for measurement of baseline. Second year, this baseline measurements is to be done by using advanced, updated or silent instruments that is available. Again, this baseline measurements in India, we are having 10 baselines. We are having 10 baselines. In 1945, as I have discussed in the lecture, in 1945, Survey Department of India have done the topographic survey and they have done the topographical map for this India. In this India, we are having 10 bases, and in this 10 bases, 9 bases are having a length of 1.5 km to 15 km, and one base, or say 10th base, is of 2.83 meters. Sorry, so 9 bases ranging from something 10.7 kilometer to 13 kilometer, and 10th base is of 2.83 kilometers. So you can easily see that out of 10 bases, 9 bases of length 10.7 kilometers to 13 kilometers, and only 10th base is of 2.83 kilometers. Okay, so normally the range of your baseline will be from 1.5 kilometers to 15 kilometers. Again, it depends on primary, secondary or tertiary classification of triangulation system. So this is all about the baseline measurements, how we have to take the baseline measurements. 10 bases in 1945 have created by Survey Department of India. Topographical map was created by using these particular calculations. Now, when you go for the baseline measurements, in this baseline measurements, again one more topic is the site selection. Site selection. Of course, second year, selection of bases is again one of the important, we can say, a matter when we go for this geodetic survey, because A and C, as if it is baseline, there should not be any kind of obstructions. The first important point is, in between point A and point C, there should not be any kind of obstructions. Gently a sloping ground, if it is available, then it is a better, we can say, ideal situation for baseline measurements. A and C should be easily accessible, as we need to access that particular point. If it is having dense wild forest, again it is quite difficult to reach at point A and point C. Again, at point A and at point C, we have to keep the advanced instruments, just like a total station, just like digital levels, just like laser levels. We will keep some instruments at point A and at point C. So again, it requires some time to measure, to take the field measurements. So particularly, we require A and C should be easily accessible. It should not have any obstructions. If it is there, it should be free from any obstructions, and no more triangles that we are going to say, that should be well shaped triangles to be made. Say A, B and C should be well shaped triangles, so that we can easily find out the remaining angles. Let us suppose theta 1 and theta 2. So likewise, there are some points to be discussed when we go for the site selection for baseline. Free from obstructions, well shaped triangle should be there, and if we have some kind of obstructions, so less amount of cutting, less amount of cutting of the forest if it is there. So these points should be kept in your mind when we go for the site selection for baseline measurements. All the geodetic surveying, all the triangulation will be based on one side, which is baseline, and an angle E, and any angle here I have taken as angle E. Based on this side and this angle, the remaining angles we are going to measure. So at the most care should be taken for measurement of baseline. Okay, second year. So here we are going to end up this session. Today we have seen what is exactly baseline measurement, how we have to go for the site selection. Before this baseline measurement, we have also seen the reduction to the center. There are sometimes we have to select the temples, we have to select the church, we have to select the tallest point, we have to select some flag post as if our triangulation station. So at a flag post, it is not possible to keep the say total station or theodolite or just a W level. So at that point, we have to consider another station which is again near to that particular station and take all the measurement from that particular station, which is called as your satellite station. So satellite station, from satellite station we will take all the observations, and when we go for the calculation purpose, all the calculations to be reduced to the true station. This is called as your reduction to the center. Second year. With this particular session, we have came towards the end of geodetic survey. I hope that you have undergone all the topics, all the lectures of geodetic surveying. We have completed unit number 2. So likewise we have almost finished up 4 units. First one is tachymeter, then curves, then unit number 6 modern method, GIS, GPS and remote sensing, and this is our 4th topic, which is nothing but a geodetic survey. In the next lecture we will start with the photogrammetry. Again, it is a part in which we will not be in physical contact with the object. We will take the pictures and analyze the picture under some instrument which is called as mirror stereoscopes, and then we'll interpret regarding that particular images. Okay students, I hope you have understood this online session. If you have any kind of doubts in your mind, again you can have my number, you can mail me. I will try to solve each and every queries that you have in your mind. Thank you session. Thank you students.